My favorite part about mountain biking is racing. You can get trophies and stuff like that.
Go, 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 go! Crosby! You got it, buddy!
He races in the Northwest Cup against these significantly older kids at this age.
I want to be a slopestyle rider like Brett Reeder.
I think Crosby has one of the most level heads of any child I've ever seen. I've tried to teach adults to have that mentality, and it's extremely difficult.
When I'm on my bike, I feel awesome.
This kid could show other kids how to assess and overcome their fear.
My name is Crosby. I am 6. I'm a mountain biker. I started riding my bike when I was 1.
On Crosby's first birthday, he got a Strider bike.
You don't have any pedals. You use your feet to go.
The main point of it is to learn balance, and then they can grow to then be on a pedal bike.
He actually did not like it when he first sat on it. The initial picture we have of him is him screaming his face off. Between 1 and 1.5 is when he started to just coast. When Crosby was just over 5 and he got his first 20-inch bike, my friend and I took him for a bike ride, and Crosby went and hit a rock that was shaped into a jump. That was not something the normal rider would do. He hadn't been down the trail before. He just took it at trail speed and just went for it. And my buddy looked at me and said, "Colin, you've got something here."
My dad is my coach. He helped me learn how to mountain bike.
Nice job, nice job. There you go, bud. That's what you should do. How you leaned and pushed and pulled into that. Yeah? He just continued to blossom as a rider by me exposing him to it. Keep it going, bud. Get a good lap in. Good job. Good pump. Good pump. Nice job. Pedal through it. There you go.
Pumping is good for carrying more speed. Why I do it is because you can clear jumps better.
So what we're doing here right now is we're trying to get him to learn his flow and pumping, because he does have little tiny legs and he doesn't have a whole lot of strength in him. So he's got to learn how to get the momentum to get the bike to keep rolling forward. And that's the whole purpose of a pump track. Good job, bud. Mountain biking is great at allowing you to recognize and understand fear, and then accept that fear, and then overcome your fear. We've never told him he couldn't do something. We've said, do you understand what you're doing? Do you want to do it? We believe that you can do it, and then we just work with him. It's not always the first time we go to see something that he'll do it. He'll sit on it, he'll ruminate the idea of what he's going to do, and then he'll come back to it in a couple days. When we first moved here and we started riding, I hammered fundamentals. I wouldn't let him hit jumps, I wouldn't let him hit drops. We just went out for rides. And then once he started to do bigger and bigger things, I started to buy the correct gear for him. Finding things for kids was difficult, and now we're at a point where he's wearing full gear. He has that, what we call plastic courage. Allowing him to do his sport and practice it the way that he wants is heavily dependent on the protective equipment he wears. Crashing is part of mountain biking. When Crosby crashes, I tell him, you're playing a big boy sport. It's time to stand up and ride away. You're okay?
It's important to teach him proper things to do when you do crash.
We have spent a lot of time in the trampoline learning how to crash. We've taken the wheels off the bike and taught him not to stick his arms out, how to tuck his shoulder and how to roll. You all right?
Yeah. We live on a farm. We have goats and chickens.
Got the chickens as little baby chicks. He was scared of them as little baby chicks and he wouldn't hold them. But now that they're bigger chickens, he totally loves it.
Crosby is absolutely still a little kid. He likes to be around his friends.
As a student, he loves to go to school so far. He's only in first grade. So he has a little sister. They have a love-hate relationship, just like all siblings have. She watches him and she wants to do it too. I mean, she wants to ride. Like, she's like, oh, Crosby's doing it, like, why can't I be doing it? He wants to play with her or ride with her. And I can remember when she was still a little young to kind of go out on trails, and he'd be upset because he would want her to come with, but she couldn't. I mean, she's just too small. I just want him to keep having fun. And if he wants to keep excelling and, you know, doing all this, that's awesome.
If he wants to pursue that path, I will make sure that he does the necessary steps to pursue that path. But if he chooses to go another direction, it's fantastic. I want to provide him with all the experiences that he can, and whatever he chooses to pursue, I want to fulfill that for him and take it to the max.
Goats' names are Riggs and Murtaugh.
Do the chickens have names?
Yeah. I know one.
What's the one?
Ruth Bader's Hensburg.